Hello, YouTube faithful and Nerd Nation. This is Lucius Prime coming at you with yet another installment of Transformers toy reviews. As you can tell from the intro of this one, it's about a very interesting and diverse character. I'm not doing a review on one toy, but two! One is a bit of a repaint and has a remold of the head, but we'll get into in-depth detail about that during the review itself. But as you can tell from the intro, it is about none other than the extraordinary femme fatale of the Beast Wars series and of Transformers Animated, Blackarachnia. So, without further ado, let's get to the review, shall we? And here we have Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Blackarachnia. Starting off in the Beast modes. Well, contrary to what I said in an earlier video, I believe it was my Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Voyager class Grimlock, unlike most primitives or Transformers with beast modes, Blackarachnia, or at least this version of Blackarachnia, really did not particularly care to be in her beast mode. As a matter of fact, she took a page out of Beast Wars Megatron's book for this and thought it to be an affliction, an illness, something that needed to be gotten rid of. But she inevitably started to kind of enjoy it and started making plans of her own to create a Insecticon army. It started off with an Autobot turned Decepticon by the name of Wasp, who became Waspinator, and from what I believe was going to happen in Season 3 that got canceled, she was going to even have some of the classic Insecticons and all kinds of other just, beast or primitive characters. Anyways, as you saw from little bits of the intro there, this particular version of Blackarachnia is quite different than this one. This one right here is the original for it. This is how she was going to appear in Season 3. Alright, let's point out some of the major differences. Like 4 eyes, 7 eyes. See her mandibles, her chelicerae right there? And, she has very different mandibles or chelicerae for this one. I may be remembering it wrong, but I think I was actually supposed to turn these around somehow, but it just makes it easier to keep her boobs, her robot boobs, like that. Anyways, not really too many complaints about this because very show accurate for this one. Love the Beast Wars homage to this one. About the only real complaint I have is, as always, the kibble. Which the only real kibble is her hands being noticeable while in spider mode. But other than that, I don't have any complaints. I love compared to the original Blackarachnia figures that came out, just her first release from Beast Wars and her Transmetal 2 and even her Beast Machines one. These ones actually stand on their own feet. They don't have to just slide around on their belly and the legs weren't just put there for decoration. The legs are actually usable and useful in this. I love it. It's mind-blowing. Oh my god. I mean, these are some of the best for even being deluxe classes. These are some of the best I've ever seen. I mean, right up underneath of their abdomens, it could be the thorax. You see their weapon storage right there, basically kind of just being their little spinnerets and everything. when in robot mode, I'll have that attached to their arm and everything. You'll see that. You know, can't really say too much for weapon storage. You could keep them on the abdomen, or you can keep them on the arm because it's, well, a grappling hook weapon. But, you know, I honestly don't really have any problems with them. I love these figures. I mean, I'd really love to know what you guys think of them. And here we have Transformers Animated Deluxe Class blackarachnia. And, well, she was going to be a Transformers Animated Deluxe Class blackarachnia herself, but unfortunately the series was canceled before the season where she would make her debut would come out. But regardless, still her, only, well, as you can tell, she's a good bit different. So, let's go ahead and compare the two, shall we? Starting off with blackarachnia from Transformers Animated. She's got a very lovely head sculpt. Has light piping. And she's very show accurate. And actually, I do love this figure a lot, actually. A lot more than I expected to. I'm not really attracted to too many of the animated figures, but there are a few animated figures that I would not mind getting my hands on. Well, a little bit about the backstory of her. This particular version of blackarachnia obviously was not the Predacon blackarachnia from Beast Wars. I know my intro was a little misleading, but well, you'll understand why before too long. She was actually Elita 1 in this series. Elita 1 not being the same, being the same personality-wise as she was in G1, where she was primarily Optimus Prime's, Optimus Prime's love interest. In this continuity, she was actually kind of flip-flopping between Optimus and Sentinel Prime. But long story short, they all went off planet to explore a different planet that they weren't supposed to be at, and things went awry, and she fell into a pit of giant techno-organic spiders. No, excuse me, just flat out organic. And unfortunately, she succumbed to their venom. Alright, well, because of the fact that she was abandoned by Optimus and Sentinel, because they believed her to be dead, she found herself joining forces with Megatron and becoming a Decepticon. Let's jump ahead a little bit to this version of blackarachnia. She was supposed to appear in the 3rd season, which unfortunately never actually went out into production. And this was going to be the way that she looked. And as you can see, she looks almost identical to the way that she did in Beast Wars. Just, you know, with kind of her animated body style. Some of the major differences, as we can see, there's a difference in the way her head is. Her head is... It's Beast Wars blackarachnia. There's no other way to put it. Just, you know, flat out Beast Wars blackarachnia. And, well, they added her breasts. Not that, you know, robots need them or anything, but I'm guessing they were, she was, apart from the color scheme in the head, they were probably trying to do just one major homage to her. I mean, hell, you can even see that they actually gave her the Predacon symbol from Beast Wars. Alright, well, not much kibble on them in bot mode, except for you can see the legs on the back right there, and of course, from behind here you can kind of see the abdomen for the spider, which kind of makes almost like a skirt, or even kind of a, kind of a donk for them, if you will. I absolutely love these figures. They're amazing. And this one, good luck finding her, because this figure was a Japanese exclusive figure now, and she was quite expensive. But I gotta say, I absolutely love them. My only big issue with this one is, as you can see, there is actually a very big gap between where her head and her chest is. She still has a gap over on this one, but it's not as noticeable because of the way that her chest is on this one. And her hips seem a little less filled in on this one, but that's only because on this one it's got the chelicerae, or the mandibles of the spider, creating that extra area. But again, it's not to me, it's not a big deal. I absolutely love both of these figures. And there you have Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Blackarachnia. This is going to be, thus far, the highest rating I've ever given any Transformers toy. And I can't believe I'm doing this, and I have no reservations about this whatsoever. But yeah, definitely a 9 out of 10. Anyways, this is Lucius Prime. Thank you, as always, so much for tuning in for my reviews. And I will be back at you again as soon as possible with another Transformers toy review. And until then, until all are one.